Global. You're right. Thank you, D.A. You know, Smitty, teams obviously change throughout the season. They evolve into something different than they began the season, you know. But by this point in the season, what should have these teams already figured out and know they can count on?
I think defensively and the intangibles, you got to know that we can beat teams when they're ugly games. We're not scoring the basketball on our defense and our rebounding. And I think also having great communication. They also should know by now who's the number one option, who's the number two option, who's the number three option. And there shouldn't be any confusion on who's the best player or who's the first option on your team.
You mapped that out well for us. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Matthews and Middleton, the two wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position. One for Toronto. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Bledsoe kicks to Giannis. He feeds it to Lopez. Back to Giannis. Just 5 to shoot. Connects on the 9-footer.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's VanVleet. His last outing, he had 8 points. Lowry has the open look. No good on the triple.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
The pass to Giannis. Bledsoe against Lowry. Bledsoe outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Anunoby. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's VanVleet, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now here's Giannis. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. And the dunk by Giannis.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Here's Siakam, following the bucket by the Bucks. To the left side wing. Beyond the arc. And again, Toronto with the triple.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the paint, here's Matthews. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
Now here's VanVleet. He has 6.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Giannis against Siakam. Passes to Anunoby. That's tipped. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Now the Bucks moving it up. Finished off the break. Giannis has got 8.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
moment here to see the stats for Brook Lopez. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. He's right around 13 points a night, just over 2 blocks and 3 rebounds. And he knows how to use that big body to control the paint.
He's a bull inside. Let me tell you, when he starts to get that look in his eye, just get out of his way.
Here's Anunoby. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Lowry. Clock at 6. Poked loose. Ibaka dishes to Lowry. Misses the 3. Bucks leading by 7. Middleton the pass to Bledsoe. Outside Matthews. Pass to Lopez. Shoots over Van Vliet. And Brook Lopez the bucket on the assist by Matthews.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Siakam passes to Ibaka. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Anunoby, defended by Middleton. Clock at 4. Ibaka, wide open, he fires.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Floats it up for Giannis. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Outside Lowry. And there's the pass to Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Stretching the floor for Ibaka. This shot's become second nature.
Bledsoe passes to Giannis. Matthews scanning the floor. Bledsoe against Lowry. 6 to shoot. Goes up on the wing. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Bledsoe's got 5.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
Here's Anunoby. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Lowry inside the line. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Down low. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Now, here's Lowry. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Nailed from three-point land.
A threat from anywhere on the floor. Lowry does it with skill, and he does it with toughness.
They get a hand on it. Bledsoe outside. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Now, here's Siakam. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Indiana.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top team. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
And that one misses.
You know, we see every year 1 or 2 guys drafted toward the end of the first round contribute well for their team. But Pascal Siakam has gone well beyond that.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Boucher is checked in. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is checked in for Fred VanVleet. And McCaw is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. He hits the second from the line. Now, Smitty, if you were playing today, who would you least like to see coming at you on a fast break?
I think in his prime, it would be LeBron James. Russell Westbrook is another guy I'd be kind of afraid of. I know it'd be a collision. But I say right now, it has to be Giannis because of the force and his jumping ability and the way he just glides to the rim.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare. You're right. Now Davis. George Hill missing on the three. Siakam, right side. Shot on the wing. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
This speaks to Siakam's all-around game. You're going to give me the mid-range jumper, I'll take it.
Here's Connaughton, covered by Siakam. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. Fifth best, the Bucks.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Here's Connaughton. He averages about 5 points a game. Here's DiVincenzo. And he's good on the three ball. Raptors trail by 9. Now Davis. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Here's McCall. He's guarded by Williams. 4 on the clock. McCall kicks to Boucher. And Davis can't get it to go.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Thomas checked in for Toronto. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Connaughton. Toronto grabs the miss.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
And the Bucks with possession here after the Raptors pick up 2. Davis, the pass to Boucher. There's the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Bucks leading by 4. DiVincenzo passes to Williams. He kicks it to Ilyasova. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks, that one in Milwaukee.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
You know what? That's unfair to the bench to expect them to pick up all of the slack. They need to stay away from slapping and reaching.
Here's Connaughton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Right side Hill. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Ilyasova. And can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
The first one falls.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
Raptors trail by 6. Knocked loose. He dishes it to Hill. The three. No good on that one. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Davis looking for an opening. And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 6. There's Hollis Jefferson.
Thus far, they haven't gotten the ball inside at all.
Korver with the defensive effort. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the 76ers. Here's McCall, defended by Ilyasova. Outside Thomas. There's Hollis Jefferson, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Already a superstar, Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can improve.
I'm just trying to focus on the court. What's my next step as a basketball player? Because I know this is just the beginning. I haven't even reached my potential yet. I think I have a long way to go, and maybe one day I can be top 10 in all those things. I feel like I can do that.
I think he's already a top 5 player. With his skill set and physical tools, he can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
We've got Hollis Jefferson. Davis is out there with McCall. Then it's Thomas. And it's Boucher in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Steve, the league has broadened the definition of clear path fouls. You think that'll discourage the wrap-up fouls that stop those fast breaks?
Yeah, I think so, because the guy's coming downhill with that type of force. And if you do wrap him up, and sometimes your coaches want you to because of the situation, but it's hard, and it could create a lot of injury. So I do like the clear path fouls.
And the second free throw, good. Bucks leading by 5. DiVincenzo passes to Williams. Here's the 3. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Thomas. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Thomas. Here's McCall. He's guarded by Hill. Boucher kicks to Davis for 3. The shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night. Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Hollis Jefferson. Hill passes to Williams. Pass to DiVincenzo. Hill looking it over. 5 to shoot. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Stolen away. Here's DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Davis. There's the pass to Korver. There's 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Raptors. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And let's take this opportunity to show you the most productive rookie rebounders of the last 10 games. Bucks leading by 8. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. OG Anunoby comes in for Thomas. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Davis. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Patrick McCaw. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Williams. Antetokounmpo comes in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And now a look at Serge Ibaka. Some stats on him. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 8th in field goal percentage, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Lopez. Hits the three-point bomb. Lopez has got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside Lowry. Rebound by Brook Lopez.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Outside Korver. Floats it up for Giannis. Toronto grabs the miss.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Pacers. 2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Great talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player. He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. And here's a look at some numbers for Antetokounmpo.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
Now here's Van Vliet. 6 points for him.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
First free throw is good. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. You're a proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there are some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, what a terrible foul there. The shot clock winding down, and he ends up bailing out the offense with a silly foul.
Now here's Middleton. He had 25 points in the win against Philadelphia.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
Now here's Van Vliet. Following the miss by Eric Bledsoe, Van Vliet passes to Lowry. Van Vliet with it. He has 7. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lopez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Anunoby kicks to Van Vliet. Siakam outside. Teardrop shot. Lopez with the block. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Here's Antetokounmpo. 12 points for him.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
The Bucks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And the first one drops. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Raptors trail by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Nice read there from Lowry. Saw that his best option was to pull up for the jumper.
Now here's Bledsoe. 9 points in the game so far. Lopez outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Lowry kicks to Van Vliet. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. The Bucks making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. Bledsoe against Lowry. Pass to Van Vliet. Fires the three. Drills it from outside. Van Vliet's got it back down to single digits for the Raptors.
I love it. Excellent ball movement. Kyle Lowry knowing who to give it to and when.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Bucks. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And checking out Toronto, right behind him, just one spot down.
And for the Raptors, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
Bledsoe left side. This one for three. Rebound by the Raptors. Ibaka's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Van Vliet looking around. Lopez with the steal. Here's Matthews. Drains the jumper to finish the break. And the Bucks lead by 11. Toronto's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 10. 6 on the shot clock. Anunoby passes to Van Vliet. Bangs home the trifecta. Van Vliet's got 13 points.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless. And that's his third foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
And he makes the first. One is no good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Launches a three. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Connaughton, covered by Van Vliet. Connaughton kicks to Bledsoe. Drills the three-pointer. Bledsoe's got 6 in the quarter.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Ibaka outside. Pass to Anunoby. The three. Eric Bledsoe grabs the miss.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Van Vliet. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. The Bucks second.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
That free throw, no good.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Thomas checked in for Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. The Bucks also changing it up. Ilyasova comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Eric Bledsoe. And he's good on the second.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Ibaka against Ilyasova. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Ilyasova. And that's 15 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Van Vliet passes to Thomas. Back to Van Vliet. And that one drops. Van Vliet's got 10 points in the quarter.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. 59 seconds left in the first half. Siakam against Giannis. Siakam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
One of the league's best kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon, discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
For Toronto, they have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there.
Shooting 2.
Throw good, Siakam. And the Raptors making a change here. McCaw's checked in. Hill, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And he makes both free throws. Bucks leading by 12. Fires the 3. McCaw grabs the miss.
Well, so far, this cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
Davis kicks to McCaw. Siakam outside. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Outside Matthews. Ilyasova passes to Antetokounmpo. 1 second left, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active, everybody's covering for each other, and we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 20 points, 2 assists, and 8 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
We're seeing the Giannis effect. First player to ever finish in the top 20 in all 5 major statistical categories. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? It doesn't speak for his overall impact, but I just want to tell you that's impressive.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Well, the bottom line, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakam, splakakataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Matthews, no good. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. It's a 14-point game. Here's on an open, covered by Giannis. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Anunoby, defended by Middleton. Anunoby, good. Milwaukee leading by 12. Bledsoe outside. It's tipped. Inside, here's Van Vliet. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his third assist on the night. Outside Matthews. On the wing, Giannis. That shot, no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Anunoby kicks to Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. Five on the clock. Unloads. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. 3 from Matthews. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts. Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
And Milwaukee has possession after Toronto at the three-pointer.
Looking now at the numbers for Middleton. His last 10 games have been exceptional. 3rd in three-point field goal percentage. 5th for free throw shooting. And ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And he's the type of three-point specialist that doesn't need a lot of shots to rack up points. That's why he's top 3 in percentage. Now here is Lowry. 6 points for him. Here's Anunoby, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That'll be his second foul of the game. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. Milwaukee on D. They're scoreless since the first half. To the inside, Anunoby, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Milwaukee shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Toronto. The Bucks also with the sub, Kyle Korver. He's checked in for Wesley Matthews.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
Now here's Giannis. 22 points for him. Lopez outside. Off target with his 3. Raptors trail by 7. Back to Lowry. There's the triple. The rebound by Brook Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here's Lowry. He's got 9. And here is Van Vliet. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game. And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Williams is checked in. Lopez left side. Rebound by the Raptors.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Outside Lowry. The pass to Van Vliet. Off target from 3-point range.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Passes it to Boucher. Lopez with the steal. Now Bledsoe. He's got 16. To the middle. That's tipped, and they'll keep possession. Middleton for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Middleton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Raptors trail by 12. Van Vliet with it. He's got 18. Pass to Lowry. They could use a bucket. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Toronto calls timeout. Well, Greg, this is the 15th season for the veteran Marvin Williams, a former number 2 overall pick back in 2005.
And even though he has never been an all-star, Williams has always been a contributor to teams. Still can give you good rebounding and scoring in a variety of roles.
McCaw, he's checked in for the Raptors. Davis comes in for Fred Van Vliet. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Hill comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Takes a 3. McCaw misses.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Here's Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Korver, no luck.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Hollis Jefferson banked in off the glass. Hollis Jefferson's got 7 points.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And I'm going to give him a lot of credit because he saw what he was up against and he was undeterred.
Lopez with the bucket.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
Lowry passes to Boucher, and there it is for him.
They're trailing, but they are really battling, working the ball down low, getting good looks in the paint. The inside game much improved from where it was in the first half.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Thomas checked in for Kyle Lowry, and then for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Kyle Korver. Smitty, for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yeah, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right. The Bucks have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. Both good from the line that time. Raptors trail by 12. Outside, Davis. McCaw, the pass to Ibaka. And it's sent back by Lopez. To the inside. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Thomas. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Davis, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Just 4 to shoot. It's Thomas outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
On the wing, Hill. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
When Hill comes off that screen with the ball in his hands, you better watch out.
Raptors trail by 13. Here's McCaw. He averages about 5 points a game. Ball's knocked loose, and so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Ibaka right side. Shot clock at 2. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. No good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Tries from 7. Lopez, no luck.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And Ibaka slams it in.
The aggressive side of Serge coming through as Serge himself at the rim.
Now here is Hill. He has 5. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hill's got 7 points in the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He has 7 out left to the wing. Fires from deep, and the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from McCaw.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Now the pass to Lopez. Clock at 6. From downtown, DiVincenzo can't hit it. Toronto's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. McCaw kicks to Thomas. Outside, Davis. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Often the way you end quarters has a big impact on the outcome of the game.
Here's McCaw. Thomas, it's a wide open look. There's Hollis Jefferson. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Tipped away and stolen by Thomas.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
The 3 from Hill and the miss. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Raptors. Trailing by 10. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. McCaw is out there with Davis, and it's Thomas in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
George Hill saw the opportunity, got right to the cup.
Outside, Davis. Siakam outside. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Here's McCaw. Kicks to Ibaka. Shot clock at 5. Here's Thomas. And the rejection by Lopez. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Davis. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. And the Bucks lead by 14.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Siakam. And it's sent back by Lopez. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Some changes for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Thomas. And it's Fred VanVleet in for McCaw. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bucks. Ibaka finds Siakam. 5 on the clock. Here's Anunoby. Great D that time from Middleton.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Outside Matthews. A 3-ball. Milwaukee the rebound. Giannis no good. Raptors trail by 14. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. Davis. And the Raptors miss again. Milwaukee leading by 14. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Toronto calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And Toronto making a change here. Lowry's checked in. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bucks on defense. Here's Anunoby. A floater. Out to Ibaka. Over Lopez. Shot's good by Ibaka.
And not much the defender can do there. Ibaka with that high release point.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's foul number 2 for him. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Giannis. Pass to Middleton. Outside Matthews. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Lopez. Over Ibaka.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And it's sent back by Bledsoe. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Matthews against Lowry. Back to Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Giannis kicks to Bledsoe. Back to Giannis. Bucks passing it around. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Anunoby. Back to Lowry. Here's Van Vliet. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists now in the game. Middleton outside. Back to Bledsoe. Six to shoot. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Anunoby passes to Siakam. Here is Lowry. Now here's Van Vliet. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Siakam, the bounce pass. Poked away. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin. No doubt about it with their turnovers in the second half. In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
That was great anticipation on the steal. A gamble that paid off.
Now, here's Siakam. The pass to Lowry.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry.
You know, a multi-time All-Star. He's an NBA champion now. It's taking some time, but Lowry has finally silenced his critics. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Matthews. No good from Bledsoe. Raptors trail by 13. To the paint. Here's Anunoby. Great D that time from Middleton.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Pass to Lopez. Fades. Here's Antetokounmpo. Knocks it loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Outside Matthews. Just 5 to shoot. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Hey, continue to stack it up from 3. He's got 2 in each half so far.
And Bledsoe with the stuff.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
And the dunk by Giannis.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Siakam out to Ibaka from past the arc. It's hauled in by Giannis. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for Milwaukee. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Stolen by Van Vliet. One-on-one fast break. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
An accomplished family for Anunoby. His father's a professor. His brother played pro football.
And OG Anunoby, he's put together like a football player himself. A powerfully built player for a wing.
2 shots. Last on the first.
And the first one at the line is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
He hits both from the strike. Milwaukee leading by 14. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Knocked away. Lowry looking around. Out to the right wing. Siakam kicks to Lowry. Shoots. And again, no good by Toronto.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Bledsoe dishes to Giannis. Outside Matthews. Middleton for three. Connects from three-point range. And the Bucks lead by 19.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Bucks leading by 19. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Inside. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Steve, you know, there is some hostility we're finding between the media, some teams and players, boycotting of certain journalists. Coach Steve Kerr said it's a dangerous situation. What's your view?
You know, I think it is from a standpoint of from a players and organizations with the media, but I think also the media, somebody's going to have to police those guys as well. We got to have it where we're both on the same team. You might not agree, but you got to be on the same team.
I agree. Now Bledsoe following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. Lopez outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. The fadeaway off the left rim and out. Toronto's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Lowry kicks to Siakam. Down low to end the run, and it's laid in by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 points this quarter.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
Got a piece of it. To the middle. Here's Matthews. And the Bucks miss again. Raptors trail by 20. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Bledsoe against Lowry. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 12-4 run. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game. And here is Antetokounmpo. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, the home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
Lowry, Lopez with the block. Bledsoe against Ibaka. Middleton outside. The fader. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Middleton. 9 points for Brook Lopez.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Milwaukee.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Now here's Giannis. Van Vliet with it. Matthews covering. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Lock at 6. Here's Van Vliet. Sinks the three-pointer.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Bledsoe outside. Back to Giannis. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Siakam. Outside Lowry. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out in transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.